Hi, I'm Kay, and these are my friends.
My name is Artie.
And I'm Skaramush today.
Today we are going to be talking about people and having some fun.
And about David Schwimmer as well.
And Alec Baldwin.
There will be 3 rounds in total: the MVP, the loser, and the oddball. Each one of us suggests a person, we discuss things, and then vote on the winner. By the end of the game, we pick the winner of the whole episode amongst us, based on the amount of rounds each one of us won. There will be laughs and there will be tears, because losers get punished. Let's start the game.
Shall we?
In the first round, we are choosing the MVP.
So my pick for this week is Dan and Sam Hausers. They are the authors of Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2 kicks some serious ass. Why? You're asking why?
Why?
Well, thank you. Well, the graphics is amazing. The plot is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. Everything you do during the side quests affects the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 has set the sales record. It is the most selling game of 2018. And if that's not MVP, I don't know what is.
How is it different from any other open world game?
Well, the setting is pretty amazing as well, so it's Wild Wild West, so it's pretty rare.
Man, come on, it's... first of all, about Red Dead Redemption 2. This is a Rockstar game, that's all, that's it. That's a game of the year. Those guys who you mentioned, they're just... who are they?
They are the authors.
It's the whole team made this game, so they are not the only one who worked on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they are the only ones, but they are the authors, and they are the real MVPs. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
But how about the Starman?
Okay, what about the Starman?
Well, recently Elon Guys...
Elon, guys.
Elon Guys.
It's a brother of Elon Musk? Or
Actually, he has a
sister?
brother, Kimball Musk, but that's a whole other story. Elon Musk's dummy payload for SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch recently made it to Mars, and as far as I know, now he has passed the planet and moved further into our galaxy. I believe that the Starman is the real MVP because he made it to Mars.
Okay, you up the fact check. I'm sorry. Elon Musk or SpaceX launched Tesla Roadster, not on Falcon 9 but Falcon Heavy.
Oh well.
The second,
Devil
they launched
that.
this car, this Roadster,
Yeah.
not into the space, into outer space. They launched it on the Mars's orbit, and it reached beyond it, and now it comes back to our planet in 2091. It will come back. There is a little chances that it will crash into the Earth.
Yeah, I know about that, and there is even a small chance that it will crash into Venus. The point is that he reached Mars and now moved further from Mars and will be orbiting our solar system for quite some time now.
That's really cool. I think if it will crash into some planets in the future, he will be loser over the months,
Yeah, well.
loser of the eternity. All right.
And if it crashes into the Earth, we will be the losers of the eternity, but all of us will be dead by 2091, so it's a good thing.
All right, let's talk about those who are already dead. I'm talking about Freddie Mercury and Queen Band. Last Friday
They're not dead! Only one guy is dead, sorry.
Last week on Friday there were release of Bohemian Rhapsody, a movie where we're starring Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, and he was just amazing. For him it was just a stunning transformation. He looks just like Freddie Mercury. Malek is a great person, the film is great. What do you think?
Well, I watched the film and I think they messed up the storyline pretty badly. For example, that beat with We Will Rock You. The movie says that We Will Rock You was written in 1980, and when Brian May showed it to Freddie Mercury, he already had short hair and mustache. But We Will Rock You was written in 1978 and it was released on the album, on the on the News of the World album in 1978. And Freddie Mercury didn't have mustache and didn't have long hair at that time.
Alright, we got it.
Yeah, so he's not MVP, they're liars.
Well, it's not his fault that they got the facts wrong. Right?
Yes. As an actor, Rami Malek is fantastic.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, but you know.
Now, shall we vote?
How?
Yeah.
Here's your device for voting. Here's your device for voting, and here's mine.
You got the biggest and the blackest one, dude. You can see that the white ones are smaller than the black one.
Well, let's vote on the count of 3.
On the count.
1, 2, 3. So, Archie lost this round. Therefore, he'll have to spend the next round with corks in his mouth.
Shall we, Bunny?
I thought corks are the
Shut
dogs.
Bunny. What? Cocks? No.
Corks?
No, that wouldn't be a punishment, dude.
So, in the second round, we're picking the loser. And my suggestion is Tim Cook. The thing is that Apple has cut on the production of new iPhone XR. That's the first thing. Then they have underperformed sales-wise. And then they made it public that they are not gonna be showing to us the amount of items they are selling anymore. From now on, there will be no way for any investor or any person interested to know how many iPhones or iMacs or iPads did Apple sell. And that obviously drove investors mad. As a consequence of that, Apple's share prices went down like almost 10%, which is awful for the company. What's even more bizarre is that Tim Cook is gay. Not only that, but at one point he criticized Amazon for not being transparent enough. And now Apple makes this statement, which is a ridiculous situation. And because of this, I think that Tim Cook is the loser.
No?
You don't agree with me?
I disagree with you. So he is the CEO of Apple company.
Yeah, the richest company in the world.
They may say that, okay, tomorrow we'll not say any iPhones anymore until the next year, and they still survive, so...
Not just survive, they can buy me and you over there.
But that still was like a pretty arrogant thing to do.
Wow, the CEO of the biggest company in the world is a piece of surprise, surprise!
I have another CEO, a CEO of Google. Please pronounce his name.
Oh my god, don't do this to me. Give me a second.
Ching chong, ching chong, sifa shimawa.
Alright, shut up.
That's so offensive.
His name is Sundar Pichai, and
Yeah, got it, nailed it.
and he had a bad week, a really bad week, because on Thursday, Google employees staged a walkout of offices around the world to protect the company's workplace culture. A week earlier, other employees stand up against the company's policy of censorship in China, and once again they declined to prolong a contract with US government to help them build killing machines. So that was a really tough week for Sundar Pichai. He said that didn't always we get it right when it came to dealing with allegations of sexual harassment and other misconduct.
So no one showed him boobs in Virginia, am I right?
Virginia?
Problem is that in Google everybody or some girls really showed him boobs and vagina.
Oh, so he's not a loser then!
If your name is Sundar Pichai and you are CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world, that's not really good news.
So what's gonna happen to him now?
They're so sorry. They will try their best in the future. That's all what they can do.
So everything's alright, everything's fine, I think he's not a loser.
But what about protests, walkouts in more than 40 cities in the world?
Yeah,
They always do that. They're always doing that. Who cares?
Almost 17,000 people, 17,000 employees of Google walk out on the streets to protest against Alphabet, his company. And when your people stand up against you, that's not really good for your reputation.
Did they quit? Did they rage quit? Did they leave their positions?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You guys are talking about successful people, about CEOs, but my guy is David Schwimmer. What else can I say? He's David Schwimmer. He's already a loser. But the thing is that I read about him in the news the other day. The news said that he stole some beer, and I thought, wow, David Schwimmer did something cool. I haven't heard about him in like 30 years, and I've been alive for only 22. I thought he did something very cool, but it turned out it wasn't even David Schwimmer. Who gives a shit?
Why did they think that it was David Schwimmer?
Because the guy who stole the beer looks exactly like. And yeah, I think they thought it was David Schwimmer because no one remembers what David Schwimmer looks like anymore. No one cares about David Schwimmer, and some people almost cared about David Schwimmer now, but you know, it turned out it wasn't even David Schwimmer. So, what else can you say? Is he a winner? No.
I can say that with those things in your mouth, you pronounce his surname as Trimmer.
David
Shrimmer. Or like shrimp.
David is something between David Trimmer and David Shrimper. Like
David Tremor.
David Tremor.
David Shrimper.
There's some highly intellectual
David
humor
Shrek.
going on.
David Shrek.
Shrinker.
Shrinker.
Alright, let's vote. We have Tim Cook, Sundar Pichai.
Oh, yep.
I got it right.
Yep.
Alright, and David Schwimmer. Now,
David Schwimmer. You don't have corks in your mouth, so pay respect to the dude.
All
Nobody
right.
does it anymore,
All
so
right.
at least you do it.
now let's vote. 1, 2, 3. So, the loser of this round is me.
Not me.
Because of that, I'll have to spend the next round getting distracted by music. Oh my god. Alright.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
And me?
yeah.
Left,
Very poorly,
left,
but,
right, left,
but
right.
I can.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
I'll try to speak as quiet as I can.
No, please don't do that.
Yeah.
that's
try
very
this.
hard. It's very hard to figure out
Okay.
what you're saying. The next round and the last round is the oddball. Who do you have as the oddball?
As the oddball, I have this story actually is pretty similar to Artie's story from the previous round. As David Trimmer stole the beer from the shop, at the same time Justin Bieber got caught on the street eating burrito a very strange way, really odd way. Okay, what do we have? The truth behind the photo of a guy on a bench eating a burrito sideways that the internet guessed was Justin Bieber has been revealed, and it's good news for believers. It's definitely not him.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, a company called Yes Theory took credit for hiring a man who identifies himself as Brett Souza, a Justin Bieber doppelganger, and staging various engineered to go viral scenarios after flying him to LA. So, fake Bieber eating burrito. I'm not sure who is the oddball, Justin Bieber or that guy.
Justin Bieber, yeah, he's a singer. I know that guy, and there was a burrito. I heard something about burrito, so I think that's very odd. So his doppelganger, for sure, is a very odd person.
But he was hired for that.
To eat burrito?
So he was paid to do that,
Yes.
to eat that burrito like that.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. Who do you have? As the
Well, I have Alec Baldwin. So, you know Alec Baldwin being Alec Baldwin, punching people in the face whenever he can. He tries to be righteous, pretending to be like Donald Trump, playing Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live, but every time he has a chance to punch a man in the face, he does it. And this week, he was arrested for allegedly punching a 49-year-old person for taking his parking spot.
What?
So yeah, so you are a world famous A-list celebrity. You go to Taco Bell to get your burrito because I don't have any doppelgangers. And somebody parks his car in front of you. Yeah. And somebody parks his car in front of you. And what you do, you punch the person in the face. Yeah, that's how you solve conflicts like that. Like, Every time somebody cuts a line in front of me, I head kick that person.
But I think Kanye West is the weirder guy. He went to the White House and communicated with Trump and showed him a lot of respect.
Okay, let's call it like this. Communicated.
Yeah, that's the word for eating ass. No.
And he wore the cap, right? And now in recent tweets he's saying that well, no, I'm not really supporting conservatives that much. Like that he's been used to promote the ideas he doesn't believe in, right? And that now he decided to leave politics behind and just focus on being creative.
I think Kanye West has changed his mind so many times that we can't even say what his mind is on.
Well, everything he's not make him everything he is.
That's very weird. Like, why in the first place would he do that thing in the White House? What's good in it for him? I don't get it.
He lives no fucks given type of life. Like he wakes up like I don't know. I'll go interrupt somebody mid speech. I'll go to the White House. I'll go marry Kim Kardashian. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, that's Kanye West. Kanye West being Kanye West.
So we have 3 candidates here: Alec Baldwin, Kanye West, and Justin Bieber. Let's now take our voting apparatuses. So now on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. So he lost this round, and he'll receive his punishment in the next episode. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Thunder but the lightning, very frightening.
Galileo! Figaro!
Magnifico!
We all got even scores. Now let's solve the problem the old-fashioned way. Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, dude.
You're a loser today.
You're the loser.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to spend the next episode wearing winter clothes. Now, who would you suggest as a name for our next video? Leave your thoughts down below, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
Galileo!
Galileo!
Galileo Figaro!
Magnifico!